Basira the Akara seller. Once upon a time in a small village lived a woman called Basira. Basira is the most popular Akara seller in the village. The villagers love her Akara so much. So many people beg for her recipe. She gives them, but her Akara remain different and unique. They never got how she makes her Akara. Even the king of the village loves her Akara so much. People from far and near would come to buy Akara from her. She gave the village a good name and reputation, so the king gave her an honorary title in the village. She became so rich and built so many houses and branches for her Akara business. Basira was really making a whole lot of money, and this kind of bothered her only daughter Basira. Basira and her mother moved to the village 3 years ago, and her mother's growth bothered her a lot. In their previous village, Basira was the least selling Akara seller. The villagers didn't like the taste of her Akara at all, and they always avoid her. So how she became the best Akara seller in their new village was surprising to Basira. She doesn't like the taste of her mother's Akara, and the villagers kept praising her cooking skills. All of this bothered Basira, and she kept to herself. She knew something is wrong. Basira was loved by all the villagers, but hated by her fellow Akara sellers. They would send spies to try and get to see how she does her Akara, but they found nothing. They were all jealous of Basira. One day, Basira woke up to use the toilet when she saw her mother carrying a small calabash with so many Akara inside, and she was surprised. Her mother was tying a red towel. Basira was shocked. She stood still and kept peeping until her mother left the house by 12 a.m. She left the house tiptoeing and following her. Basira knew something was off about her mother, and she followed her till she stopped at a T-junction. She hid at the back of a very big tree. Then her mother started turning and dancing weirdly with the Akara in her hand until some strange creatures started appearing. Basira was shocked to see creatures with 2 heads, some with 3 heads, some walking with their head and some walking with their hands. They started dancing with her mother, and they were eating from her Akara. Basira couldn't believe her eyes, and she ran home immediately. Let's watch out for the next part of this story. What is going to happen in the story? Please guys, do not forget to like this video, share to your friends, add to your favorites, repost and follow this page to know when next I drop the next part of this story. See you guys. Basira the Akara seller part 2. Basira couldn't believe her eyes. Her mother dancing with strange creatures with 2 heads, some walking with their hands. She ran home shocked. She knew something was up. This is definitely the reason her mother has the whole village obsessed with her Akara. She knew she isn't sick. Whenever she tastes her Akara, it tasted like sand. So how do the whole village enjoy this? She would ask herself. When she got home, she couldn't even sleep. Few hours later, her mother got home. She couldn't bring herself to confront her. She was so surprised. The next day, she behaved as usual and went to her mother's shop. The crowd was different. They were too much. They were like 3 villages combined together. Basira understood perfectly why their customers are a lot. Her mother has appeased her deities or her monsters. She didn't know what to call them. She was so scared. She contemplated telling someone what she saw, but she didn't know who to confide in. She's the only child of her mother. She doesn't know anyone else. She kept having dreams of her mother dancing with those strange creatures, and it was really terrifying. Her mother didn't even notice something was bothering her daughter. She was only concerned about her business and getting more customers. And Basira could no longer take it. She wanted to talk to someone. She was losing it. She figured out her dad would be the best person to talk to, but he isn't living with them. Her parents separated a very long time ago. She told her mom she wants to see her dad, as she misses him a lot, and her mother allowed her. Basira traveled far to her father's village. She got there and embraced him while crying. Her dad knew something serious has happened, and Basira spilled everything to him. Her father was shocked. He couldn't believe his ex-wife would go to such extent. Soon, strange things started happening in the village. Basira stopped having a lot of customers, and this bothered her a lot. Her shops were collapsing and people were crying from eating her Akara. Let's watch out for the next part of this story. What is going to happen to Basira and a mysterious Akara. Please guys, do not forget to like this video, share to your friends, add to your favorite. Tell me what you feel in the comment section. I'll make sure to reply everyone. Please do not forget to follow this account for more stories like this. Thank you, and see you guys on the next part of this story. Bye. Basira the Akara seller part 3. Basira started losing customers. She wasn't getting any customers again, as people that were eating Akara were buying, and this was alarming. The king was worried. What is wrong? Is someone Basira to his palace? He questioned her, but she gave the excuse of it being an issue of infection and promised the king to sort it out. Yet, people kept dying in the village. Eventually, people stopped buying from Basira because they know that anytime they eat Akara, something bad must always happen. And so Basira lost all of her customers. Her shop became deserted. She would fry Akara and not a single soul would buy from her. Her competitors started laughing at her. They were making more sales than she was. Meanwhile, Basira was in her father's village enjoying a new life. She doesn't know what has happened to her mother's business. She was on her way, but she likes staying with her dad, so she decides to stay with him for a little while longer. Basira thought if she does her usual ritual to her deities, everything will be back to normal. But she doesn't know the way Basira has exposed her to her father, they will be against her. Basira took her Akara as usual one night, tied her red wrapper and headed to the T junction to summon her deities. She summoned them, and for a very long time they didn't answer her. She kept dancing, but they didn't come. After a while, they appeared to her, but they didn't answer her and they didn't dance with her as usual. Basira sensed something has happened. They revealed to her that she has betrayed them, as their secret has been exposed as the source of our powers. No, I didn't tell anyone, and no one knows. Basira cried out to her deities, but they told her, your daughter Basira in her father's village revealed all of your secrets to her father. Basira fell down and started crying. It was over for her. The king of the village suddenly summoned Basira one evening. He questioned her because the gods of the land has exposed her to the chief priest, who in turn exposed her to the king. The king was so disappointed in her. Even after having an honorary title, she went ahead and did this. And so the king expelled Basira, seized all of her properties, and gave it to the family of the people who died. Basira lost everything and she ran mad. Basira eventually heard of what happened to her mother. She came back to the village, but they sent her out of the village. She looked for her mother everywhere but never found her. That was the end of Basira. Basira in turn started an Akara business in her father's village. She made her Akara so pure. She didn't seek power from anyone except God Almighty. The end. Please guys, do not forget to like this video, share to your friends, add to your favorites. Have you had any experience with an Akara seller that is bad or negative? Let me know in the comment section. Please do not forget to comment here. Please share to your friends, add to your favorites, repost and follow this page for more stories. Thank you guys.